Hi, boys and girls. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy April 1st. I don't know if any of you all have gotten fooled today, but it's April Fool's Day, and I do not have any tricks for you, so don't worry. We are going to do a little reading lesson. We are going to do some word work about the digraph TH, and then we are going to read our nonfiction book about ladybugs from MyOn, and I'm going to screen share that for you. So after you do this lesson, you don't have to do your reading lesson for the day, so we'll do it together on here. And for anyone who joined the live lesson this morning, we've already done this. It's the same. And before we get started, I just wanted to tell you all that if you have your little wipe off board and your whiteboard marker that I gave you all in your supply bags, if you want to get that, you can use it when we do our word work lesson. At the bottom of the video, I'm going to link a Jack Hartmann video for you all to watch. I can't show it here for you all to see for the video since I'm going to post it, but after you're done watching the video, or this video, you should go and listen to the Jack Hartmann song. And it is about the digraph TH. So TH is a digraph, which means that it's two letters that when you put it together, it makes a new sound. So T normally makes the T sound and H makes the H sound, but together TH makes or th. So when you make that TH sound, your tongue should be between your teeth, sticking out of your teeth like this. Th or th. So I'm going to show you this card that I have. It has a picture of a thumb. So when we say thumb, we are making that th sound at the beginning of the word. Thumb starts with TH. Another picture on this card is the 3. So the number 3 starts with TH. Then here there's a little picture of a boy with a think bubble above his head. Thinking. Think also starts with the TH. And here we have a theater, a movie theater, and theater starts with TH. And we have a stem of a flower, and it has a thorn on it. Thorn starts with that TH digraph. So while we're making our words today, we're going to practice doing the TH. So like I said, if you want to use your marker and your whiteboard, you can, or you can just follow along here when I build the words. If you are using your whiteboard and your marker, you can write the word and write it in all lowercase, and then you can either use your eraser that I gave you or just your finger to erase one letter that I tell you to erase. And then at the end, we can, wipe it all off the right way. So the first word we're going to make has T-H-A-T. T-H-A-T. I'm also going to write it on my whiteboard so you can see what it would look like if you wrote it on your whiteboard. Like this. All right, so that word is at. That. What's the word? That. Good job. So that starts with that the TH digraph. The next word, we're going to take away the TH and we're going to put an H at the beginning of the word. So again, if you're using your wipe off board, you can just use your finger to erase the T, and now we have H-A-T. At, hat. Good job. And I'm going to change my H to an M. So we're just doing some CVC words, and then we'll have some other words that have that digraph in it. Now we have M-A-T. So blend the word together. Say the sounds. At, mat. What's the word? Mat. Good job. And I'm going to change my M to an H. Now I have at the beginning. So my new word rhymes with mat, but is at, hat. I'm going to go back to my TH digraph at the beginning. This is a word we already made, so we might be able to say it faster this time. Th, at, th, at, that. Like, hey, that is my name too. The next word, we're going to change our TH to a P if you want to write it on your board. At, pat. Pat, like I gave myself a pat on the back. Now we're going to practice putting the TH digraph at the end of the word. So remember, TH makes the sound, or the. So we have p, a, p, a. What's the word? Path. Like I walked along the path to get to the park. The next word, we have an M at the beginning. So change the P to an M, and we have math. Like I am going to do my math after I finish my reading lesson for today. Now change the M to a B at the beginning. Bath. Bath. I gave my baby brother a bath. And finally, we're going to just erase the H on your whiteboard and just put a T at the end. Now we have at, bat. Like a baseball bat, or like a bat that flies in the night. All right, good job, boys and girls. Next time we do word work, we are actually going to put together the digraphs CK and TH. So we're going to practice both of those. And something I realized that I noticed last time when I rewatched my video is that I kept saying CH even though we were learning CK. So we are not doing CH, we are doing CK and TH. Those are the digraphs that we have been practicing. All right, so now we are going to look at our book for today, and I am actually going to share my screen for you all. We're going to go on to MyOn, and you don't need to pull it up because I'm going to pull it up right now for all of us to look at. And I'm going to go back to my home screen so you all can see what it looks like when you log into MyOn. So hopefully you can see my screen. And something I was telling some of the parents last night in our little help meeting is when you go onto MyOn, if you're having trouble finding the books, if you go to your first page on MyOn, you should have a button that says projects. And if you click on projects, in the projects tab, yours is going to look different than mine because mine's a teacher page, but you should have these, it should pop up, it should say week 1 e-learning texts, week 2 e-learning texts. If you click on week 1, that's the week we're on right now, and you should be able to find all the books you need for this week in reading or science, or anytime I say anything about using a book from MyOn. And then if you read it in there, then I can see that you've read it. And those will be there for the next few weeks also. If you don't want to do that, or if you're having trouble with that, then you can just go back to library and search for the book. The book we are reading today is called Ladybugs. And there are a lot of different Ladybug books. This is the book you read on Monday, and this is the book we're reading today. We are also going to be reading this book on Friday as well. This is a nonfiction book. It has a lot of information, and the main focus today when we read the book is going to be vocabulary. So we are going to focus on some of those words that maybe we don't know the meaning of. And we're going to stop and we're going to think and we're going to use the text and the clues in the text to help us figure out what those words mean. And I am actually going to read it on the screen for you. I'm going to turn off my sound.
World of insects.
I'm going to turn off my sound here. I'm just going to read it out loud just to make sure that everybody can hear the book. So before we read, I'm just going to show you some of those words that we're going to be looking for in the book. So we're going to be looking for the word hatch. So if we find that word hatch, we're going to stop and highlight it, and then we're going to talk about what that word means. Aphids is another word we're going to stop and highlight when we get to it. Claws, antennas, and larva. So all these words are in this text and they all have to do with ladybugs. So while we read, we're going to stop and we're going to highlight those words. Actually, I already read this book this morning with my group, so they, I think, are still highlighted. If you look on my MyOn screen, if you look here on the right side, you should see all these little tabs. If you want to highlight the words in your book, you can go to Tools, and at the top here, there is a little highlighter, and if you highlight that, then you can pick what color you want it to be. So how about this time, when we see the words again, we will go and highlight them in green. I think the first time I highlighted them in yellow. So this is a nonfiction book, so we have some text features, we have headings, we have real photographs of real ladybugs. So let's go ahead and read and see if we can find some of those words. Ladybugs are insects. They are a kind of beetle. Ladybugs hatch, oh, there's one of our words, let's highlight it, from eggs in spring. So what does hatch mean? So it says in the text, ladybugs hatch from eggs in spring. So the word hatch, when I think of hatching from eggs, that kind of reminds me of a chick, like a chicken. And I know that when chicks hatch from eggs, they are still babies. So I think when it's, and I'm looking at this photograph up here, and it looks like these little black bugs are coming out of these kind of clear shells. So I think that it's telling me that ladybug babies are coming out of their shell and being born in the spring. Baby ladybugs are called larvae. Oh, there's another one of our words, larva. I'm going to highlight it. A ladybug larva is long and spiny. All right, let's stop there. So it says in the text, baby ladybugs are called larvae. So that tells me what larva is. Larva is another word for a baby ladybug. And I'm looking at this picture and this does not look like a ladybug at all. This looks like a totally different animal. But it says that that is a larva. The ladybug larva is long and spiny. So before they actually become the ladybugs that we know, they look like this. All right, and then it says its favorite food is aphids or aphids. And that is another one of our words that I'm going to highlight. Aphids are pests that kill plants. Ooh, so aphids are pests that kill plants, but it says that ladybugs like to eat them. That's their favorite food. So that tells me that ladybugs are kind of being helpers because ladybugs are eating these yucky pests. So that way that the plants are not being killed. And If you look at this photograph, all these little bugs around the larva are the aphids. So they are surrounded by the aphids because they are trying to get a good meal. Baby ladybugs, the larvae, they need to eat a lot of food so that they can become an adult ladybug. A larva eats and grows for 3 or 4 weeks. Then it builds a shell around its body. So just like what we just said, they have to eat a lot. They have to eat for 3 or 4 weeks when they are a baby ladybug before they get that hard shell around them. Its body changes inside the shell. Soon an adult ladybug hatches. So this kind of reminds me of a caterpillar and a butterfly. Like in the book, The Really Hungry Caterpillar, or The Very Hungry Caterpillar. The caterpillar starts out like a caterpillar, like a baby. Then it eats and eats and eats and eats and eats. Then it goes into its cocoon or its chrysalis. And when it comes out, it's the butterfly, the adult. So this kind of reminds me of that cocoon chrysalis. And then this is like when it becomes the butterfly. But this is what the adult ladybug looks like. Most adult ladybugs start out yellow. They do not have spots. Soon their bodies may change color. Many turn red or orange with spots. So these are the ladybugs that we mostly see around us. If you see one of these, you might not realize that is also a ladybug. It's just not all the way grown up yet. Ladybugs have strong jaws for chewing. So there's a diagram pointing to its jaw, its mouth that helps it chew. All right, this next section is called What Do Ladybugs Eat? They can eat up to 50 insects per day. Ladybugs use antennas to feel and smell. There's another word, antennas. Their antennas help them find aphids. So their antennas, what are they helping them do? Let's go back to the text. It says, ladybugs use antennas to feel and smell. And they use their antennas to help them find aphids or help them find their food. So their antennas are kind of like their nose and their mouth, their nose and their hands, helping them feel and smell to find their food. All insects have 6 legs. Ladybugs have a claw on each leg. Ladybugs grab aphids with their claws. So there's our word claws. And it's telling us that these are their little claws that they have on each of their legs. And that those claws are helping them to grab onto things. What are they grabbing onto? All right, in this photograph, it's showing us, looks like they're using it to help climb on a branch, and they're also grabbing their aphids with their claws, their food. So they need those claws to help them get their food. All right, boys and girls, those are all of our words, but we're going to read to the end. Ladybugs fly. Ladybugs have 2 hard wings and 2 soft wings. They fly with their soft wings. So here in our photograph, we have some labels. This was pointing to the hard wing, which is the outside that we normally see when we see a ladybug. But then underneath that, there's a soft wing, and that's what's helping them to fly. The hard wings cover and protect their soft wings. Ladybugs gather together in fall. They find a safe place to rest for winter. Ladybugs lay eggs in spring. Soon, new ladybugs will hatch from the eggs. So spring is the season we are in right now. So you might be seeing more and more ladybugs around when you go outside because the ladybugs are starting to hatch. All right, my friends. So that book is also the book that you are going to be reading on Friday during reading time. So today we mostly focused on those vocabulary words and what they mean. And then on Friday when you read the book, you're going to be talking more about, or you're going to be thinking more about um, exactly what ladybugs use all their body parts for. So, and in your journal on Friday, when you write about ladybugs, you are going to draw a diagram of a ladybug and use those lines to label the body parts. And you're going to write about some what some of their body parts do. So, all right, boys and girls, thank you for coming to the lesson. I hope you learned a little bit about the TH digraph and about ladybugs, and I hope you have a great day. I'm also going to be posting myself reading a little bit from our Junie B. Jones book. So if you have not read the first 2 chapters, or watched me read the first 2 chapters, listen to that first, because today when I read, I'm going to start on chapter 3. And I'm going to read 1 or 2 chapters from that today. So I hope you all have a great day. Love you, miss you. Bye-bye.